VK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Well, this is phase 3 of the lease tips. So let's kind of review real quick. So what we said was earlier, we got a customer retail payment $550 a month on a car over $30,000. A lease payment would be $425 a month. $425, $550, subtract those two, you get $125. So for the first 36 months, realize we haven't paid for the car. We did a 60 or 72 month note, let's say 60. So we still had 24 payments left in the first 36 months in a lease. 125 times 36 is $4,500. Like I said in the last one, I have $4,500 in my hand, and you come back in 3 years later and you go, hey, Casey, I came to get another car. I go, oh, here you go. And they go, what is that? I said, $4,500 you didn't spend on payment. They go like, wow, that's amazing. The funny thing about it is we have given that money to them up front with the payment savings or the payment reduction, however you want to say it. Then we did phase 2, and we talked about mileage. And based upon what's going on in the current market, based on Kelley Blue Book, who is the biggest reporting service on value of cars online, that it would cost you more money in devaluation because of a high mileage car than to pay a 15 cents a mile penalty with TFS. So we looked at 3 examples. I think the examples were 20 cents a mile, 19 cents a mile, and 22 cents a mile. That was the deduction or the value drop that would happen if I traded a high mileage car in. And in any case with Toyota, it's only 15 cents a mile. If you buy it up front, it's 10 cents a mile. So saying that, overcoming miles and letting your customer know that by reducing your payment, you get to keep that money, that might take longer than you think because people fight it because they don't understand it. It's easy when you don't understand something to walk away from it. Just go, I don't want to do that. Well, you know, I don't know. I think it's our responsibility to make sure the customer understands all their options. And I want them to leave a negotiation and a purchase or lease of a vehicle by realizing that I have physically helped them, that I fully disclosed everything, and I want them committed to me for their next purchase and for them to bring back friends and family members to buy from me. That's just building on your future. I guess wear and tear is the biggest thing. I did my little dance last thing, you know, what takes a car from good to fair, boom, 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 wicka, wear and tear. So what takes a car from good to fair or excellent, good, fair, or poor, those 4 categories in Kelley Blue Book is the actual condition of the car. Here's a situation. Yeah, I'm going to keep this car forever, Casey. I'm going to drive the car till the wheels fall off. Well, let's do a little investigation. We've looked at their bureau, and they've traded cars every 3 to 4 years for as far back as the bureau goes. So they are not going to keep this car 3 to 4 years. It's just another thing they say. Well, this is the last car I'm ever going to buy. Okay, it's exactly what they said 3 years ago on the last car they were going to buy 3 years ago. So last car is in 3-year increments or whatever. I got to try to figure that out. But what they're trying to do is roadblock you from educating them on something that might save them money or put them in a better financial situation. I'm not going to allow that to happen because I'm in the car business and it's my responsibility. So they start talking about wear and tear. Well, you know, if you damage the car, the bank's going to come back and charge you for that. Yes. You know, you bring a car in that's damaged. I love to watch your used car manager work in that car. They're taking notes. They're going, oh, deduct, deduction, oh, deduction. And there's nobody going to hit a car harder than the used car manager because I'm trying to buy the car. I know I've got to invest money to bring that car back up to a standard where I can sell the car. So it doesn't matter if there's wear and tear on a vehicle, it's going to change the value of a vehicle. There's no magic. Well, I bought the vehicle, Casey, and I'm paying monthly payments, so you're not allowed to deduct for wear and tear. That's incorrect. And it's funny because Kelley Blue Book, which I'm using as the source in all these examples, using one source, will charge for wear and tear. Does it say wear and tear? Does it say wear and tear charge? Does it say wear and tear penalty? Does it flash up again? Boom, 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 wear and tear penalty being assessed by Kelley Blue Book? No. It's the value of the car based upon the current condition, and it's excellent, good, fair, and poor. What takes a car from good to fair? Boom, boom, wicka, wear and tear. So here's some examples so we don't belabor the point. I'm going to use the same vehicles that I used in the last week's session. 2022 Highlander XLE in good condition or fair condition, and I'm going to say they did 55,000 miles. So the car has 55,000 miles on it. That's relatively, that's relatively high miles on the car. So what is the value of that car? So that car sitting on my lot or sitting in somebody's driveway, It doesn't even have to be in a car deal. What's the value of the car? Now, the car's in good condition. They've kept it in good shape. So what does Kelley Blue Book say? The car should be $378. That's a car with 55,000 miles in good condition. Doesn't matter if they own it, if they lease it, that's the value of the car. If the car's in fair condition. So one of the number one reasons why I want to trade the car is it's not in good shape anymore. It's got some scratches on there. The interior is a little dirty on the car. And so the worst shape a car's in, follow me on this, the worse shape a car's in, the more somebody wants to get another car. So I don't understand, wear and tear makes me want to trade. I'm going to keep it forever. No, until it gets dirty, until it doesn't drive the same anymore. And so I'm going to look over here and I'm going to say it's in fair condition because I drove the car harder, the kids were in the car, whatever. I'm saying $34,938. So does Kelley Blue Book actually charge for wear and tear? No, there's no category that says wear and tear penalty. But in this example, it's $1,440. It is very rare that Toyota Financial Services, the bank, will send somebody a bill for over $1,000. In fact, a lot of times they'll walk away from tires that need to be replaced. They just call that normal wear and they don't charge for tires. There's no way a used car manager looks at 4 tires that needs to be replaced and realize how much money it's going to cost them to replace those tires that they don't deduct on the car. That's just one example right there. So does Kelley Blue Book charge for wear and tear? The answer is yes. In this example, they charged $1,440. The difference was the car was just not in that great a shape. I look down here at the Tacoma TRD Sport, and I look at it in good condition with 55,000 miles on it. They're saying $35,286. Now, is it hard to take a truck and put it in fair condition versus good? No, I took it off-road. I went hunting in it. I used the truck as a truck. So I don't want to lease my truck, Casey. I want to own it. No, listen to me. You don't want to own something that's going to get destroyed because financially you're going to get destroyed. Lease it. And I'm going to answer that question. I know in your mind you're going to, Casey, that's not right. Give me a second. I'll do it at the end. But what would happen if this thing came in fair condition instead of good? So they're saying $33,824. So does Kelley Blue Book charge for wear and tear? That $1,400, kind of a trend right there. So the difference in excellent, good, fair, and poor is always going to be lower as the category goes lower. So it's not a charge for wear and tear. It's a charge for condition of the car, which is exactly what Toyota Financial Services would charge back a customer if there was a tear in the seat, if a quarter panel was damaged on the car. It's the same thing. Now, and I got a 4Runner. Now, I bought the 4Runner because my kids played a little bit of hockey. And I didn't play hockey as a kid. I don't think there was ice in West Texas when I grew up. We didn't even have it in our drinks. There's no ice, right? West Texas, right? So the thing I know from people whose kids play on traveling hockey teams is there's nothing worse smelling than wet, stale hockey gear. And that hockey gear is in my 4Runner. And it's been in my 4Runner for 3 years. So you open that 4Runner and it tears you up. It's like biting into an onion. You're going, oh, whoa, what is that smell? And your customer goes, what smell? I go, you need your nose fixed. Wow, hockey stuff. And so, there's Skittles in the seats, and there's some McDonald's French fries still in there. So why does the vehicle look like this? It's because they used it as a family vehicle. They used the truck. Why are they trading it in? I don't want to clean the Skittles and the French fries up. And it really, I do smell. It smells like my kids' hockey equipment. So I'm trading the vehicle in. So the used car manager fights back the tears and does the appraisal on the vehicle. Is it going to be lower? Absolutely. Any damage on the vehicle, they're going to assess it. And yes. So let's see what happens with the 4Runner. So at 55,000 miles in good condition, 38,709. If it smells like hockey equipment, it's 36,713 or $19,996. I want everybody to understand something. You don't have to pay any of this in these 3 examples. Because when you're in talking to my business manager, and you think that you're going to drive this vehicle pretty hard, truck or an SUV, going to use it off-road, for $695, you can purchase a wear and tear policy that covers you up to $5,000 on wear and tear, which would be good here, and good here. So this is the thing that I'm telling people. Now, I'm not even going back to the front again when the payment was $4,500 less. And remember, when they came in, they go, here's the $4,500 you didn't spend. I took $4,500. I took $695 out of the $4,500. I paid for my wear and tear penalty, and now I'm walking away from anything that Toyota is going to assess me on the value of the car. Anything over $5,000, gang, you would have turned that into your insurance company, and you would have had the car repaired. So this is a brilliant policy that most really good business managers will let the customer know, I looked and evaluated your last car. When's the last time a business manager went out there and looked at their trade-in so that they'd have a better example to sell them product because they went and looked at their trade? They don't do that. Should they do it? Every single time. If you get promoted to F&I, go look at their trade. Open it up, open the trunk, and come back and go, well, I see you guys use your car and you use it the way a car should be used. So this wear and tear policy is something I'm going to show you because we assessed your car this much in devaluation because of the wear and tear on the car. I'm going to lower your payment by $4,500 over 3 years, and I'm going to protect you against anything like that that'll happen in the future. Then you become the most brilliant business manager, and your profit per car goes up because you're selling the customer things they're actually going to need. This has been PK52, making you think, the Saturday morning meeting.